All right, so this is going to be the Kimberly and Gogan update for January 23rd, 2023 through April 14th, 2023. So this is going to cover about 3 months. And before I get too into it, I just want to say that this is going to be a little bit different than the other update videos that I've done for many reasons. The obvious reason being, well, one of the obvious reasons is because it's gonna be 3 months, and another reason is because before I was trying to do it weekly or whatever. But another thing I decided to do different is just give my own personal opinions and thoughts instead of trying to reiterate what Kim said, because I can't do what she does. I can't say what she says. So it's difficult for me to try to, recite what she says. So what I would recommend is to subscribe to UNN and watch her over there. You can get all the full information about whatever she talks about. So these are just going to be my general views and thoughts on the things that she has said. I'm going to try my best to recall from memory because, again, there's 3 months worth of information. So I'm just going to say what I find to be important. And another little side note, I still have people coming here to this channel complaining to me about Kim. And this is what I have to say to you. If you don't like Kim Gogan videos, or anyone else for that matter, don't watch videos about Kim Gogan. Why are you coming to me complaining to me that you don't like Kim Gogan? What do you think's going to happen by you complaining to me about her? If you've watched my channel, or if you've watched my other videos on Kim Gogan, then you should know how I feel about her and what I think. You coming to me complaining about how you feel about it, it's not going to change my mind. I will change my mind when I feel like it, not because you have a problem with her. So what I recommend to you, if you don't like her and you don't want to watch videos or content on Kim Gogan, then don't. I don't watch people that I don't like. I don't watch people that I don't believe. I don't watch people that I don't trust. So if that's how you feel about Kim Gogan, stop watching videos about Kim Gogan. What is wrong with your brain that you have to come to me and tell me how stupid you are? You're not changing my mind. You're not doing anything. You're just making yourself look stupid. So again, if you come to me complaining about Kim, I'm just going to block you or remove your comments. I'm not going to address you. I'm not going to talk to you because you're an idiot. And you know how I know you're an idiot? Because you're watching videos about someone that you don't like or trust or believe in. You're an idiot if you do that. So I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to hear your mouth. Period. That's all I'm going to say. Now I'm going to talk about Kim Gogan. So, to be honest with you guys, and this is the truth, there are two ways you can look at Kim. And, the haters will probably like this, but it's the truth. You can look at her as everything she's saying is the gospel and the truth. And that's the side I'm leaning towards. That's where I'm at. I do genuinely believe that damn near everything she says is the truth. It's very difficult for me to find a hole in the things she says. And I've said this before in other videos. Or you can think that she's fake, full of it. She's working with the deep state, whatever. And the reason why those two views are the most extreme views on her and probably the most pertinent or relevant views to have is because the things that she says are so out of this world that she can only have those two extremes. She could only either be working with them and getting information directly from them and she's a psyop, or she's genuinely saying and doing the things that she says. And I'm going to say this again. She basically threatens governments and officials, governments, countries. Someone that is doing that and they're out there like that, there's no way they're going to get away with that unless, again, she's either working with them or she is being protected by a higher force, which is what I tend to lean towards. And the reason why is because I feel a lot of goodness and positivity coming from her, and not just from her, the people she works with, her community, her message, what she's trying to do for humanity, it's all good. So I can't see any negativity from her in her community. So what I actually see is the people that attack her and go after her are very evil and negative people. So when I'm seeing the pattern, and it's been like that since I first started watching her, it hasn't changed. That's over 2 years ago, about 2 years ago. It's been the same consistent pattern. She's trying to put out a good message for humanity. She's trying to help. She's trying to free humanity. And the people that go after her are these vile, disgusting, bottom of the barrel humans and demons. And they have nothing to offer the world. So I'm like, you're not even doing the bare minimum, which is trying to spread some kind of positivity or trying to free humanity in any way. And yet you're attacking her and you want me to take your side. You want me to believe you over her. When I don't know you and I don't know her and I see you're a vile piece of garbage and she's a good person trying to help, whose side do you think I'm going to take? I'm not taking your side. There's the hint. So again, that's my general overall view on her and the content that she's been putting out. I'm just going to say it, she's basically in the same struggle, in the same position that she's been in this whole time. She's pretty much fighting the same people from what it looks like. And the only thing I'll say that is questionable to me is that there's this constant, we got to get rid of these people. And then she gets rid of them. And then new people pop up in their place. That's a problem because I feel, and I don't know whose directive she's taking. She says source or, others or whatever, whoever she's working with. But there are clearly still very vile and evil people in the world that are not going to change no matter how many chances you give them. So me, being me, I would eradicate them. Period. There would be no questions. There would be no answers. I would identify them and take them out. That's just me. That's how I work. But she's different. She's nicer or whatever. And I don't know if she's being ordered by source or I don't know how it works with her. I don't know what rules and restrictions she has to be able to do what she's doing. Right? I know she has said many times that she can't abuse her power or position because she will be removed from it. So obviously there are some rules that she has to work with or within. And there are some things that she can't do. Like people always complain about money and where's the money and this, that, and the other. And why doesn't she just throw the money around? And apparently that's just not something she can do. That's why she's trying to work with these banks and deep state people or whatever, because she's trying to get them to see the light and be useful in what she calls the restoration process, right? Or the restoration plan. She's trying to get them to work with her so she doesn't have to eliminate them. So that way they can help her restore the earth and get everything going in a good way, right? And they're not working with her. So again, I'm going to say that that's a complaint that I have is, I mean, call me ruthless, call me whatever. But if I see people that are bad and I had the power to eliminate them, I would. I wouldn't even question it. And I'm talking about obviously somebody in her position. I obviously don't have those capabilities, so it is what it is. Maybe she's the right choice for that position, but whatever the case is, the problem again is, and this is another problem, is that because these people are allowed to stay in those positions and they keep being given chances, they're continuing with their evil, psychotic, nonsensical, mindless plans to hurt humanity, and people are being hurt and people are being killed. So I'm going to pose this question to anybody watching this. Who is worthy of life, right? Because for all the people that she allows to remain where they are, there are people that are dying and being hurt, right? So who's deciding who gets to live and who gets to die? And I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. I don't believe in this BS about everyone is here for a purpose and we all are going to die when we're supposed to die and you're serving out your life the way it's supposed to be so your time will come when it comes. I don't believe in that garbage. I'm going to tell you the truth. I see evil and I see evil doing evil. That's what I see. So when I see that, that takes the whole I came here to learn a lesson karma BS out the window. It's not karma when there are evil entities that are doing evil, malicious things on purpose. It's not a plan. It's not a design. Well, maybe it is, but not your plan, not your design, not your destiny. It was decided for you by some evil purposes, by some evil entities with evil purposes. So even if you take the good route, even if you want to say this is karma or God or creation or whatever, source, right? That has put you here for a purpose. That still takes your will away. That means your will was never your own. And I don't follow that logic. That means there's source, there's somebody else, something that has power over you and will decide for you what happens to you. I don't believe in that. I'm not saying it's whether it's true or not. So don't get confused with my words. I'm not saying what is true or not when it comes to that. It could be true. It could not be true. I don't know. I'm just telling you that I don't follow it. And I'm not going to live like that. That something else or someone else has control over my life or my fate. And even the things that I've gone through and I've talked about on this channel, where I've gone through rough patches in my life or whatever, I can look back and say, I could have done this different. I could have done that different. So I put myself in certain situations that I shouldn't have. And I could have chosen a different path. And my life would have been better off because of it. It wasn't destiny. It wasn't a lesson that I needed to learn. It was just that I fucked up. That's the truth. I let my guard down. I made a mistake. And then I ended up in a bad situation. And if everybody thought like that and just took responsibility for their life and said, no, it's not some other outside entity other than myself who has control over my life. I have control and I will make things right in the way I want them to be. Then things will improve for you. Not just for you, but everybody else in the world. Because if you're a better person or a better version of yourself, then it will become contagious and spread to other people. And ironically enough, that's one of the main messages that Kim is trying to spread with her information and her positivity, right? So again, most of the people that will watch this video, you know all of this stuff already. So I'm preaching to the choir. But I still feel that there may be other people that may come by and watch and may not know what I'm talking about. But that's something to think about. And that's how I choose to live my life. That's why I have a huge problem with religions. Because they're all about giving your power away to someone or something else. God, Jesus, whoever, Allah, whatever you believe in, right? You can choose to do whatever you want. I'm just not going to do it. And don't try to force it on me and tell me that I should do that. Or that your way is better than mine. I think my way is better. So I don't care what you think. That's the way I feel about it. But anyways, one thing that did catch me off guard that Kim was saying, well, a lot of things, but she did say a lot of things, and this is the truth, that were personal to me. That I was like, nobody knows this besides me and one other person that I've talked about on this channel. And she says certain specific things that I'm like, wow, okay. How could she say that? Like, it's surprising that she could know something like that because it's very deep and personal to me that I don't hear anyone else say or talk about. And I'll probably elaborate more on that if you're curious, or maybe I'll talk about it in the future. But let's just say that she knows a lot of things, and it did catch me off guard. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get too much into that. I'm just going to say that because she does things like that, where she can connect to certain things that are personal to me, that I feel like only I know. That's what really makes me believe in the things that she says. Because she says too many things, too many times, that make sense and are true. And I know that they are true. So, again, you may not know what I know. You may not agree with that. You may not like her. Whatever your reason is for not wanting to watch her or like her or whatever, then don't. Right? Do what you want to do with your life. But this is what I'm choosing to do. And I'm going to continue to do this in terms of talking about her and giving updates and information about her, until I feel like, you know, there's no point of talking about her anymore. I will say that if she were to disappear or stop talking about things or whatever, it would be hard for me to find someone else that is in her position or that had her capabilities or ability to help humanity in a positive way. Because again, I'm going to say this for the millionth time. Even if you don't agree or believe in everything she says, at the base of what she's doing, she's a good person and she's trying to help humanity. That is the bare minimum that you should get from watching Kim Gogan. If you can't get that from her, then I don't know what's wrong with you, because that's the bare minimum message that she's putting out. She again, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of what she talks about in terms of the banking system and who's corrupted and who's evil, who's doing this, that, and the other, I recommend you go watch UNN, because it's too much to recite for me. It takes too much time. That's the truth. I don't have the time to just go through all her videos and talk about each thing that she said. I tried to do that. It was way too time consuming. And I'm just going to talk about, once in a while, I'll talk about Kim. I might do a weekly video on her. I might do a bi-weekly video on her. If she says something really crazy or relevant that I feel like everyone should know about, I'll talk about it. And I'm going to try to drill this point home. Most of, if not everything she says is important. So it's not like, it's hard for me to nitpick, right? And be like, oh, this is more important than the other thing. It's hard because everything she says is important. So again, go subscribe to UNN and watch her and decide for yourself whether she's telling the truth or not, right? Don't let me or anyone else, don't even let her tell you. Watch what she says, and then you decide for yourself if what she's telling, if what she's saying is the truth or not. And if you don't believe her, then don't watch my videos on her. Don't watch anybody's videos on her. Just stop watching her. Like, I don't believe Trump, or I don't think Trump is relevant, or I shouldn't say he is relevant, but I don't believe Trump. So I don't watch Trump rallies. I don't watch Trump videos. Like, maybe if I'm watching somebody that talks about Trump, I'll listen to what they have to say just for the news, but not because I want to watch Trump. And it's the same thing with Biden. I don't give a damn about Biden, so I'm not going to watch things that Biden says. But if it's relevant to my life and the news and what's going on in the world, then I pay attention. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you have to treat pretty much anyone or anything out there. And just because I say something about Kim or what she says, I'm not Kim. So don't get upset with me because I talked about her. So what? Should I get upset with you if you talk about somebody, or if you bring her up to me? Should I get pissed off at you and be like, screw off? Well, I do that if you talk trash, right? So that's most of the people that hate her or don't like her get really upset, and they can't really tell me what the problem is. They just get mad and they just talk trash. So I'm like, okay, well, if you feel that way, then there's nothing to talk about, right? But anyways, I think I said enough. I think you guys get the point. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Share where you can. Hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.